Let's see how far we can get today. We need photo etch piece B14. Now, I was noticing earlier that unlike the other piece we put on yesterday, at least this one here, you kind of get an idea of where it's supposed to go, because there is a little mark right here on the back where it's supposed to go. So that kind of helps. Okay, here we go. Sheet B. And one of my neighbors was just over. He left a few minutes ago now, and we shared a cup of coffee. And, well, mind you, he had his own cup. We didn't share this one, but you know what I mean. And he had never seen photo etch before. So I was telling him all about it. By the way, here's part 14 that we need. And I said, well, I'll tell you what, I'll send you a link to today's video and you can see it and you'll know exactly how it's nipped off and so on. And who knows, maybe we'll have ourselves another regular viewer. But I doubt it. Not everybody's interested in this sort of thing. However, be all right. Anyway, let's zoom in here and get this nipped off. Now, I have been noticing when I'm doing some of my macro editing that I am sometimes not right up at the edge of the photo etch piece. Now, this particular piece really illustrates this well. This little tab that I'm touching now is slightly recessed from the edge. And as I've said so many times, you can actually see it right now clearer than I can at this moment. I won't get to see it until I'm editing it out, and then I can see just, how I could have done better. Maybe if I hold it at a little more of a perpendicular angle here, and I slide it in till I feel it touching the edge, like right there. And then don't pull it back, just press down. There. Now I will have as little of the nub of the tab against the part that I want as possible. Okay, let's swing it around now and see if we can get this one. Now I know I could use my left hand and do this one, but I find this sort of work, it works a lot better if I actually use my right hand. Okay, here we go again. Put the edge of the blade right up against the edge of the piece, and I don't know if I'm blocking your vision or not, but I think I pretty much got it there. Okay, now this one up here, I think I can do it like this. There we go. That's that one. And I'm going to take a risk here and I'll use my left hand. Have I got it? Yes, I do. Okay, now this one's pretty well loose already, I think. I can see where it could be bent very easily the wrong way. I don't think it has to be bent at all. I think we should be able to just lay it on there. Now, because this little piece does not want to stay in this position all by itself, and I rigged this apparatus up, and I should be able to just drop our little photo etch piece right on there, and hopefully it's going to be right the first time. Now, this is actually the first try, and I'm assuming that I should be able to position it afterwards. And right now is afterwards. Maybe I need 2 tweezers. These little marks here, I wonder, are they supposed to represent a ladder? Okay, we'll try 2 tweezers. Now I'm looking at it, excuse me, I'm looking at it from the top. I'm getting it worse instead of better. I'm looking at it from the, well, for Pete's sake. I don't think it matters which side of the line I have this mounted on. I think it's practically impossible to mount it right on that line. But okay, looks good to me. I think I'll just take and put just a little dab of Tamiya Thin and see what happens. Now I'm not going to try and hold it down, because I know for a fact if I try to hold it down, I'm going to end up moving it. Okay. Now just let that sort of weld itself into place there, and then I'll do the ones on the sides after. I haven't adjusted anything here except to swing this around a little bit and get it so that this surface here is a little bit more horizontal, but I was noticing when I was editing out that last scene that I've got some really bad flashing on the top there that has to be removed. So I'm just going to have to very carefully remove this and sand this smooth, because that looks terrible. Don't know how I missed that when I was doing it. And also I'm noticing here, let me get something different. Right here, my little railing is not straight. It should actually come down just a little, I believe. Scared to try and bend it down. Maybe if I take it like this. Aww. Back to square one. Now I just knew that you did not want to watch me spending about 5 minutes trying to reposition that thing again. So I did it. And I've glued the other 4 contacts. And I'm just going to do these last 2 right now. Maybe I'm not putting enough on. Maybe I'm putting too much on. Anyway, the roof looks a lot better on this thing now that I've got that extra plastic removed. I think once it's all painted, it's going to look pretty good. Yeah. It is a beautiful warm July afternoon here in Winnipeg right now. Got my windows open, and you're probably hearing the cars occasionally and maybe wondering what that noise is. Well, anyway, that's what it is. Now, let's get this turned around here. These photo etch pieces here have to be folded and mounted on the front here. At least that's what I'm understanding from the plan. And I think our little railing on the back here looks pretty good. At least that's my opinion. And the roof is all cleaned up now. I don't know how I could have missed all that flashing before. It was terrible. But it's ready for painting, except for the, radar unit on the front. This is not going to fold itself. Now for this little piece, I think I'm going to put it on top of a piece of glass. And I'm going to try my homemade photo etch bender. Remember we did that about 100 episodes ago? And I think for this it's going to work okay. I'll put on the macro lens and we'll move in nice and close. Now I was just about to lay my homemade bender on it, and then I realized I think I've got it the wrong way up. I think it'll bend better if I flip it over. Yeah, like this. And the reason being is that you'll notice the way it's made here, it'll fold towards us better because of the way the photo etch is sort of indented here. Remember we talked about that before? Yeah, so it's going to go something like this. Now I'm just going to check the monitor, make sure you can still see it. Okay, I've adjusted it just slightly, as you can see. Get this under here. I want to fold it right there. Well, I think that's going to be alright. Looks pretty square. And I'll just sort of hold it down here, like so. Let's see if I can get this blade to go underneath the front. Okay, it might take a little bit more by hand here. There is very little keeping this from... Okay. Now the other one's going to be a little harder. Oh, unless maybe I just put this on here and then fold the whole thing up. Yeah, that might work. Can you still see it? Let me check the monitor. Okay, and put this underneath. Whoops. Probably one of those professional photo etch benders would work better than this, but get this underneath now. Go up to the edge and fold. Okay, yeah, we did that. Now, you've got to fold these ends up the same way. I'm going to have to think about that. And I think we'll be thinking about it for 24 hours. Because that's all for today. Thanks for watching. And once again, all being well, we'll see you again tomorrow.